The Graduate Law Society at UCL has become a bit of an institution, especially over the past few years. This year, you're going to be incredibly lucky to be back at Bentham House, which is our faculty building. By being on the Graduate Law Society, you're going to have the chance to lead events and help integrate the cohort to help build our collegiate atmosphere.
The Graduate Law Society has been in UCL for a really, really long time, and the great thing about it is it means that you can really immerse yourself in the cohort and get to know everyone from the get-go. It's great for the CV. You would really, really stand out. It shows a lot about your character. The events officer role specifically, it's really great because you get to do socials and it's kind of an excuse to do kind of CV stuff at the same time as socialising.
The position of president of the Graduate Law Society involves high levels of responsibility and requires you to work really well under pressure. It's a great role, however, because you're responsible for building consensus with the executive committee members, who often have different forms of communication, and also helping open channels for communication with the cohort and the faculty.
Anyone who is passionate about student activity and student action should run as a course representative. This was one of the best aspects of my LLM program, being able to voice the concerns of my classmates. So I would encourage anyone who is passionate about that and believes in change to run as a course representative.
My favourite part of being the events officer was organising the May Ball. The May Ball was a boat ball, so it went up and down the Thames, and it was a really great thing because it meant that all the international students could see the City of London for what it was at night and during the day, and speaking to a lot of the students, and it really, really resonated with them, and it was a really, really great event, and we had a great turnout, and it sold out within, I think, 3 weeks, which is a great result.
My favourite module belongs to arbitration and alternative dispute resolution, and gender law as well. So if you want to do a very better performance in these modules, you have to do notes reading before every class, and have to see the teacher of these modules are very friendly and very academically. So if you want to learn more, maybe you can choose it.
I see student reps continuing to be a communicative thread between the faculty and the students, bringing information back and forth. I think that the faculty and the student reps have already established a clear communication avenue, for example, with the director of graduate taught programs. And I see it continuing.
So the most challenging experience, I think, for me on the LLM was working and also studying. The LLM requires an incredible amount of time. You have seminars on a weekly basis and the reading is quite extensive, but I mean, that's what makes it great. My top tip for incoming LLM students would have to be tactical with your module choice. Obviously pick modules you enjoy, because otherwise what's the point in an LLM, but you have to be conscious of the fact of how they're moderated, so you need to be able to think, you know, am I going to want to do 6 exams at the end of my year, which usually is not going to be the answer. So you need to be conscious of the fact you should do maybe some coursework as well as examinations, and that helps to balance it out more.
Hit the gym regularly every day. I try to do that, but sometimes I fail. But I try to hit the gym 2 or 3 times a week. I think that's very important.
The LLM cohort is a large range of students, almost about 500, and so this has posed a challenge in ensuring that we're an integrated cohort and community of students. On a personal note, I've really endeavored to get to know as many of my fellow LLM students as possible, because I think it's important to create that channel of communication between the president and the Graduate Law Society, as well as the rest of the LLM students. And I think that the next year's cohort will be in such a great place by being back at Bentham House to get to know one another and really, again, build that sense of community with everyone you get to meet.
The main tip I would give is to speak up. Don't soak in your own problem or your own depression. Everyone has issues and you're not alone. So by speaking up, that not only can help other students, but it can also create the feeling of a community and maybe also bring a solution.
The Graduate Law Society has done incredible things this year. There have been a few milestones that I'm especially proud of. The first includes bolstering our presence as part of the UCL Faculty of Laws. We've developed the first faculty-approved merchandise line, which has helped improve our financial status. We've developed a LinkedIn alumni network, which is really important, as well as a greater social media and web presence. Additionally, we've improved our accountability as a society by improving our financial status, which is going to be so helpful for anyone taking on this role in the future. as well as allowed us to create a better presence with firms and organizations. Finally, we've really endeavored to build our community at UCL Laws by throwing a range of social events where people of various backgrounds and interests feel comfortable participating in, and also engaging with the undergraduate law society. So again, we build the presence and the community at UCL Laws.